What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and we have some brand new info regarding a brand new reload map coming out, some things regarding the elites happening, such as the elite Daigo skin that's been in the files for a while, and more. So in today's YouTube video, we're going to be going through absolutely everything we have to tell you. Firstly, you may remember in a previous video, I talked about different acts for Fortnite Rivalry, and I mentioned these images from the actual Xbox Marketplace. They were sponsored ads, and they had different characters on both sides, and the reason why I picked this one in particular to showcase to you guys is because Act 2 of the Fortnite Showdown event has officially been announced, and it appears that this might be what our rivalry is actually focused on, because if we go ahead and go into the in-game newsfeed right here, we go over to images, we have the elites coming April 16th. The rivalry grows, the elites won't back down, join Act 2 of the Showdown on April 16th, and then if we go ahead and play the video for you guys, so you can go ahead and watch it, you can see we get a look at a new shock rifle weapon that actually is going to be like a shock cube rifle. It reminds me of when we were looking at unreleased items in the game files and everything, but it's a really cool thing to actually see them doing here in game, and it makes me think that these images we saw earlier, such as this one, is accurate, and we're actually going to be getting ourselves a special Showdown Act 2, Act 3, and Epilogue relating to those other characters. It makes me wonder, when we get the fish stick one, or I guess Squibbly, whatever the squid skin in the battle pass is called, what is his special weapon going to be? Is it going to be like a goo gun, like a jellyfish ink gun? I don't know what could possibly happen there. But of course, this isn't the only thing to talk about, because we had some other pop-ups earlier today that had this image right here, which is very interesting and gives us a look at these new cube 0-point weapons. You can see we have the shock rifle that we saw Jules shoot, which actually explodes at the end. We have ourselves another gun, which is with Elite Daigo. Now, I'm not for sure what that one could be, because it kind of looks like, the Jules one is kind of like a shotgun sniper hybrid in a way, and then with Daigo, kind of looks like an assault rifle. I don't know, it just kind of looks like an assault rifle to me, but it has cubes that are actually getting shot out of it, so maybe it's supposed to be like a beam rifle or something like that, who really knows. And then of course we have Elite Zadie using a cube version of a P90, an SMG, and these are new weapons that Jules is kind of inventing and bringing to the playing field, and once they're actually added to the game, they'll also be added to Arena's box fights, because as we mentioned in a previous video, they were actually hyping up Arena's box fights and Jules, and the lore and everything else. But what I think is a little bit more important to talk about is that if we go ahead and go to this video real quickly, once again, something you may not notice unless you're looking closely is if you look on the left monitor, just look over here where my mouse is. Once we go to this scene, you can see Sloan actually appears on the monitors, and recently in Arena's box fights, we had it mentioned to us that Sloan is still on the island and everything, so that's a little bit interesting. They got a lot of these different weapons and everything being built, but what else is going on with this image? Well, here's the official description from the in-game newsfeed, which I don't currently have active, funnily enough, but my bot managed to actually pick it up. It says, prepare to earn your place on April 20th. The elites, master of combat who accept nothing but the best. Their home is in Reload, but their eyes are everywhere. Find out if you have what it takes to stand among them. Now, on its own, it doesn't really tell you much. However, if you go in game and you go into the Reload category, you get this pop-up right here, which states, reach Elite Plus rank, get early access. Showcase your skills and get early access to the new Elite Stronghold map on April 18th. Raise your rank to Elite or higher and face other top combatants in this new competitive battlefield. And I do believe that now that I've opened my game, if we go over here, whoa, what is, if we go to, if we go to Reload, we should be able to find ourselves an upcoming cup. I'm not for sure which day specifically it's on. It might be the 18th? No? 20th? I don't know. It's not showing up for me, but it is mentioned. Alright, well, I guess for some reason it's not showing up in game yet. Maybe they just haven't finished finalizing that, but they have added a new tournament to the API called the Elite Stronghold Early Access Cup with the following description. Battle your way to Elite or above and reload rank to be eligible for Elite Stronghold Early Access. This is an early access play session, and there will be no scoring or prizing associated with this event. Good luck and have fun. How that means, or I guess how that's going to work and what that means, is that it's not an actual tournament like these where you earn prizes like gliders or sprays or whatever whatever else. It is something where if you're elite rank, you qualify to go in it. That means that because you're qualified to go in it, you're able to just kind of chill. You can just play the new map early before it ends up being available for everyone. Now, it does appear like it actually takes place on the 18th, as you can see right here, and then the official release that was in the newsfeed that had this full screen image is going to be on the 20th, so it's like a 2-day early access to playing on the brand new map before the rest of the community gets to play on it. However, we won't be able to really showcase what the map looks like until the next downtime update, which if I go ahead and quickly look, appears to be April 16th. So April 16th, there will be a downtime update for you to download. April 18th will be the early access for elite ranked players, and then April 20th will be the global launch of that for everyone. But also on April 16th is going to be the full launch of the Showdown Act 2, which is going to be Jules versus the, oh, that's the wrong image, but it appears to be Jules versus this skin in the battle pass, which I gotta be completely honest, I forgot the name of. Let me go look it up in the background. Dasha. So Jules versus Dasha actually appears to be what the upcoming Showdown Act is going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what the rewards are going to be and what you'll be able to actually obtain, because as a little bit of a reminder, if we go to the Showdown tab, you can see right here we had 5 rewards available for Act 1. Act 2 is only going to have 4 rewards. Act 3 is only going to have 3 rewards, and then the epilogue might only have 2 rewards. We're not really for sure about the epilogue because it's not in the files or API at all yet, but it is something that is still there, so it definitely is something that makes sense, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then it's the end. So expect some more variants and stuff to be added to those older skins that we'll be able to fight for, or maybe something cooler to fight for. Imagine if they're like, hey, we're still going to give you new items and stuff, or whatever the winning team is. Who knows? But hopefully this information got you hyped and excited for the next Fortnite update, which is 6 days away. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing to support the content I create. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. And as a final little heads up, I'll give you an update on how this event progress is actually going for everyone right now. So Team Foundation is currently behind by 5.9 million points as of the time of recording this video. Their exact score that they're behind in the point system is 5,926,884, and that might be updated by the time I actually fit. Yep, it updated to 926,000, you know, still at the 5 million and everything. So the 7 vault key pound, or the 7 key pound vault key is 23 million points away, and then the Ice King vault key is 17 million points away. And then once we actually end up getting Act 2 unlocked, we're not going to have another 100 million point difference like usual. We're only going to have around like a 30 million point difference for the first reward, so you will be able to get the first reward of Act 2 once the update actually comes out a lot quicker than getting the last reward of Act 1, which is a little nice to see that, you know, they're going to be speeding up a little bit, but then the second and third reward is going to take a decent amount longer. Until next time, however, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload, so until then, peace out.